I'm gonna do a quick run through of the garden so far. Well, at least half of it. Of course, Jude is always in the videos, but you know, this planter bench right here, I used to grow flowers in it, but now I'm growing squash. And I grow mine, you know, once the plants get big, I put some tomato baskets in place and then force the leaves to stay inside the hoops. And what you can do is you can, instead of it sprawling out, you can make it grow vertically typically. But here is a female blossom. It's the actual fruit itself with a flower on the end. And at this point, you know, the female flowers are going to come out first, but there are no male flowers to pollinate them with. So you're not going to have a mature squash from this. You might as well go ahead and pluck it now and eat it. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clean it. I got several of them. I'm going to go ahead and clean them and I'm going to eat them. But this is some of my squash. You know, I got tons of them. There's turd head right there. Here's my capillary action planters. These actually have big boy tomato plants in them, and they're doing pretty good. I got some tomatoes right here. They're hanging in there. I went ahead and you know, I had some worms get on some of the leaves and start tearing them up, so I went ahead and went with the nuclear option. I used some chemical pesticides to go ahead and knock them out because you know, as I said earlier in the year, I don't have any incentive now to remain organic. Here's a sucker right here. I need to go ahead and pinch that, get rid of it. Throw that out in the yard. And there's another one. You gotta stay on top of these suckers because they'll get out of hand and you won't get as much fruit. So that's them. I'm gonna carry over to what I call the main raised bed. This is my baby right here. I constructed it in the winter of 2007, 2008, and it's still hanging in there. This right here is going to be Kellogg's Breakfast tomato plants. And there's a little tomato right there. It's doing good. I've got a cucumber right there. Another Kellogg's Breakfast. And I have got a ton of kale. And it's really tall. To give you an idea how tall it is, you know, it's like 2 feet tall probably. And it's really thick. If anybody wants some, get with me. Come over and I'll give you some for free. It won't cost you anything. Here's the collards. The worms were really taking it to them, and again, I went ahead and yesterday I decided to do the nuclear option, and I sprayed. And today, when it comes to pests, there's nothing but death in the garden, and that's the way I like it. More collards, more tomato plants mixed in, and of course, here's one of my peach trees. There's a couple of peaches, and we were hopefully they'll come in pretty soon. Right now I got plums. They're really coming in pretty heavy. You know, they'll start turning like that one right there. That's one variety. I have another variety over here. This variety is Santa Rosa, and I'm gonna have tons of them later on. This is my favorite variety. Okay, next we're gonna come to the apple tree. See, there's a little apple right there. Look at it. And this condition right here, this is called cedar apple rust. If you have an apple tree and there is a cedar tree within 2 miles of it, you will end up with this condition right here, and there is nothing you can do about it. It's called cedar apple rust. And of course, there's another apple, and there's one. So we're gonna have a few apples. We might make some apple butter. Okay, take you to the other side right here, and here's some of my muscadine grapevines. I've got 3 of them actually, and you get in right here, you see some of the little tiny little grapes that's going to form. I'm going to lose about half of them due to the carpenter bees. They'll actually destroy half of them. Nothing you can do about it. Here's another squash plant. This is the one that I'm watching, and I've got the anthill in it, and there's a nice little female squash, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull it because it's not gonna get pollinated, but I can still eat it. Here's some Cherokee purple tomato plants with some cucumbers mixed in, and this is a Kellogg's breakfast plant that I rooted. This is one, and there's two, and then this one right here is going to be a black cherry. It's a different variety. And I just saw something, you know, like I said earlier in some of my videos, when you have a completely weedless garden, if there's something out of place, it sticks out like a sore thumb. And right here is, this is an acorn that has germinated. It would grow into an oak tree if I left it alone. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out. We don't need an oak tree growing up in the middle of our raised bed here. But we've got tons of Cherokee purple tomato plants right here, and here's a couple of little tomatoes. Here's another little squash plant I got growing in a Kepler Action planter that I constructed from a shop vac bucket from 30 years ago. More muscadine grapes. I'm gonna have tons of them this year. We'll make lots of wine, and hopefully I can give some away. I got a bunch of them. Now, let's go over here. And there's Jude. She's always with me. She's close by. I mean, she may not be right next to me, but she's close by, within sight of me. But, you know, these blueberries, when they ripen, I'm gonna have my work cut out for me when it comes to picking them, because there's tons of them. They're everywhere. I usually get, on this one bush, I'll get about 2 gallons of blueberries. And if you plant a blueberry bush in full sun, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get approximately 2 gallons from it. So now I'm gonna walk down here, and of course I'm making this video because Bill Floyd, who is one of my best friends in the whole world, he said I needed to make one, so I'm making it for Bill. Here's some more blueberries. I got tons of blueberries. And right here is my potatoes. I'm growing them in containers, and I'm gonna probably harvest them in maybe about a couple of weeks. The foliage is starting to kind of look rough and die back. Okay, here's something I haven't shown in a long time, and maybe not even in any of my videos. This is a 150-gallon container that I got from my friend Barry Ray, and I've got several pepper plants in it that I grew from seed. You know, I grow everything from seed. I don't buy anything. It's all from seed. Because those plants you buy at Walmart and stuff, I mean, they're too expensive. But you get in here, see, here's a cayenne pepper. And that sucker right there is ready. So I've got tons of pepper plants right there, and I've got some more that's ready to go into the garden. I'm gonna show them to you. It's these bell pepper plants right here. I got 12 of them. I don't know where I'm gonna stick them, but hey, they're going somewhere. And here's some collards that I have for a friend. And here's some more Kellogg's breakfast suckers that I rooted, and I'm watching them real close. Something happened to this one. I really don't understand what happened to it, but it's gonna die. This right here is a small container that I had some cowpea seeds in my shed, and I wanted to see what the germination rate was of those old seeds, because they're like 2 years old, and lo and behold, they all came up. So I'm going to be using that. Once all this lettuce and stuff like that is gone, I'm going to sow those raised beds with cowpeas and green beans, and we're going to continue the harvest. I mean, we're going to keep, you have to do some intensive planting. So that's what I got going on right now. And again, I made this video because one of my best friends in the whole world, Bill Floyd, he requested that I make one, because I guess he's having withdrawals, and I went ahead and made one for him. So this is for you, Bill. See you later. Bye.